Grand Rising. Rising. 3 minutes before showtime. Okay. Today, we're discussing world affairs and our role in it. And what role we play. Robert. We go live in 2 minutes. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
2 minutes until showtime.
Two minutes till showtime. And today we are discussing. Sounds horrible. World affairs.
1 minute until showtime.
1 minute, y'all. 1 minute. Okay, going live in 1 minute. Blog Talk Radio. Are you ready? Tweet somebody. Tell them we're on. Tell them the Female Solution is on the air this morning. Okay, y'all.
The show will go live in 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
We're live. Good morning. Blog Talk Radio.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talent, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution Radio Show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening from the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, 안녕하세요. In Russia, здравствуйте. In Germany, guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
French, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Spain, hola.
Hola.
In Italy, ciao. In Egypt, ahlan wa sahlan. In Nigeria, in South. Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Bill the Beast for your Monday morning mindfulness session on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution. Monday, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. On this stress relief coach, Bill the Beast. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of today. Stay on purpose, stay empowered. Stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with Bill the Beast. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
Grand Rising. And thank you for joining us this morning on The Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. To start your week off with the Mindfulness Stress Relief Session. Today is the first Monday of June. So welcome to the month of June. There are some who did not make it, so we are glad to be here today. As Granny used to say, any day above dirt is a good day. Today's topic is world affairs and the role we play in it. We're about to go to war, people. You might want to tune in to this one and learn a few things with our guest commentator, our monthly commentator, our every Monday morning mindfulness commentator, every first Monday of the month, and that would be Brother Lionel Abdul Haaque of Community Cultivations. If you are listening online, we thank you for your comments and your suggestions. We are live on Facebook.com/Zelda Speaks. And we are also live on our YouTube channel, which is the Higher Learning Network TV show channel. I know that's a lot to say, right? But we want to waken up those other cells that have been sleeping for a while. So just keep that in mind. And if you'd like to join the conversation, please feel free to do so at 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak. Hey, thank you for your love this morning, Oren Checkmate Hudson. Thank you so much for joining us, as well as Liddell Rick McDaniel. Feel free to type in those comments. We love comments. Love to hear what you're thinking this morning. So be sure and text someone, call someone, or tweet someone, or Instagram someone, or Facebook someone, and tell them that the Female Solution is live on the air this morning. And we got a doozy for you this morning. Got some great prizes, giveaways, things too. So keep that in mind. And if you are headed out this morning, it is 7:06. If you are headed out the door, there is no rain gear needed today. You'll be happy to know that. It is cool and clear. Lots of sunshine. High average 76 today, even though it may not feel like it right now, but it will be. And there are some isolated thunderstorms expected tomorrow and Wednesday, but that's not today. So let's enjoy today. It is 53 degrees outside right now, 49 by the lakefront. And traffic and weather update in Chicago is brought to you by Karen Kelly of itex.com. That's ITEX.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. And there is a $100 iTex bonus sign up for new members. For businesses and entrepreneurs that join online, you must use the promo code ZELDA, ZELDA, Zelda. Thank you, Richard Peggy. And as we take a look at the Metro, the Milwaukee North Line number 2108 has been canceled at Grays Lake. There are several delays in the area. And 2 extra trains are being made available at the BSNF due to problems there as well. On the CTA, the Blue Line, expect delays at O'Hare. There's some police activity. Something is going there. So lots of people headed to the airport this morning. I hope you make your flight. Call ahead. And Northwest Indiana I-94 at the Borman Kingery, there was an accident, delays, I should say. And as we take a look at the Kennedy inbound, it is 40 inbound and up to an hour outbound. So if you're headed into the airport this morning, you might want to say a prayer. Hopefully you'll make it. Inbounds on the Eaton 2521 on the reverse, on the Eisenhower, Mannheim to the Jane Byrne, it is 28 minutes in both directions. On the day in Ryan, it's 25 minutes in. 20 Shore Drive is flowing smoothly as it usually does. 15 inbound, 13 on the outbound. And there is a disabled semi-tractor trailer truck blocking the 87th Street entrance. So you want to keep that, expect delays if you're in the area. And if my screen goes black for just a moment, just know I'll be right back here with you, so just hold tight. Okay, and traffic and weather is sponsored by Karen Kelly of iTex.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. $100 new sign-up member bonus for businesses that join online. You must use the promo code ZELDA. Okay. And if you're in need of extra money, I am trying to pull up a new page here that is wrong. I'm having a few challenges here this morning on Monday morning mindfulness. There's always something going on the internet. What can we do? Can you see me now? Alrighty. Your video has been paused. It says my video has been paused. Do I need to pull it up on my phone? Because I want my Facebook listeners to, viewers rather, to be able to join us as well. Feel free to join the conversation this morning at 515-605-9325. And remember, you must press 1 to speak. So, just in case the laptop has disconnected, I have it on my cell phone. So, there you go. I get you one way or the other. Alrighty now. So, let us continue with the show by reminding you, if you want to make money on Amazon, it is possible. Simply go to zeldaspeaks.com and click on training. This is some training that we did to help the Higher Learning Network raise funds for their nonprofit. And speaking of nonprofits, if you are there funding available. If you're a nonprofit, or if you know a nonprofit that's struggling, then go to Higher Learning Network.org or email them info@higherlearningnetwork.org. That's info@higherlearningnetwork.org. And remember to set those DVRs for the Higher Learning Network TV show Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19. Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19, 24/7 on the higherlearningnetwork.org. And it is also available if you'd like to, someone who is a diabetic, borderline diabetic. I was for 10 years. There's something that you can do about that. You don't have to be stuck on metformin, which is what they mostly give people of color. You do not want to be on that prescription drug for the rest of your life because it destroys your kidneys. And speaking of information, there's always information available to help you get through the day. And I choose to read today a little inspiration for you, inspirational conversations with Shalom Israel, aka Zelda Speaks. And it comes from Inspirational Conversations, June 1st. And I know today is the 3rd, but I always read from whatever spirits give me. How about that? And it says June is typically the month of wedding engagements, bridal showers, and planning for a bride and groom's futures. Why is it that we spend months, sometimes years on this special occasion, but don't plan for the rest of our lives? So, what if we plan for ourselves to take a different turn? At least we have the power of choice to plan. The time, effort, and energy it takes can be overwhelming. We all know that life is filled with so much uncertainty, especially in these economic times. But that doesn't stop us from starting the planning process now, does it? So, where do we begin? How do we begin? This is how. The same way you eat an elephant. Huh? Yep. One bite at a time, one sentence at a time, one paragraph at a time, one page at a time, one life at a time. And that life is yours. Inspirational Conversations with Shalom with Israel, aka Zelda Speaks, on Monday Morning Mindfulness. And it is 7:14, and we are right on target. We always try to get to the morning mindfulness meditation by 7:15, and we are right on target. So it is time for us to relax, sit back, and our phone number. Okay, someone is asking for the phone number. You can call in at 515-605-9325. I'm sorry I didn't see that earlier. I was reading from the book. So you want to write that number down, 515-605-9325. And remember, I'll be checking back and forth on the switchboard. So if my screen goes blank, you'll know I'm just checking, but I have not lost you. So, and remember, you have to press 1 to speak. You got to press 1 to speak. Otherwise, I don't know you're there. Okay? That's 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak. Alrighty. So it is that time of the morning where we begin our breathing meditation to help us, to prepare us, to armor us, as Dr. Maya Angelou, my favorite poet, actress, author, director, filmmaker. I just added filmmaker to my title. I'll tell y'all a little bit about it a little later on. Okay, so remind me in case I forget. Dr. Maya Angelou says, before you face the day, face God. That is the spirit within you. Whatever you choose to call it, him, her, she, it, whatever you choose to call it, creator, universe, Jesus, Jehovah, Yahweh, Allah, Baha'i, whatever you choose to call the omnipotent spirit. That is the freedom of choice that we have in America. So thank God for freedom. But how long will we have that freedom? If we're about to go to war, will we be one of those other, like those other war-torn countries? Hoo-wee. Okay. Well, we'll get into this discussion shortly with our guest today, but right now let us begin Monday morning mindfulness. So what we will do is sit up straight in our chairs. If you're lying in the bed, it's okay, but it's better if you sit up. But if you're lying down, it's okay, as long as you breathe. So what we will do is inhale to the count of 7. Our nose. If you shouldn't, you got to breathe through your mouth, but as long as you breathe, that's what's important. We'll inhale to the count of 7, hold it for a hot second or two, and then release it to the count of 7. And as you inhale, I want you to feel your chest expand. If you're not feeling your chest expand and deflate as you're breathing, chances are you're not breathing deep enough. And don't worry about the monkey mind chatter that's telling you all these, your to-do lists and all the things you got to do today. Just focus on the breath. When you focus on the breath, that quiets the monkey mind. And as you're counting to yourself, it builds up your immune system because you are giving directions to the rest of your body what to do today. So let's begin. Sitting straight up, back erect, feet flat on the floor, nothing in your hands, nothing in your lap, closing your eyes. Only thing you should be looking at is not me. So if my screen goes blank, you'll know why. I want you to pay attention to the inside of your eyelids. That's the only thing you're looking at. And begin the process of inhaling, counting to 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And hold it. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. Take a long, deep breath. Inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Continue counting on your own. Inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are counting on your own. If our counting does not agree, it's okay as long as you feel your chest moving up and down. That's your main focus as you focus on the breath. Inhale deeply. Giving thanks for the breath of life, knowing we are always at the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing. As we breathe in and breathe out, counting, we give thanks for the armor that is protecting us, our shield of protection. As we breathe, we give thanks. Because this day we are above dirt. As Granny used to say, any day above dirt is a good day. No matter what happens, it's still a good day. You're still here. You've got work to do. Your assignment on planet Earth has not been complete, so you have more work to do, more joy to do in your life, hopefully. Inhaling deeply. Knowing that the breath is the first line of defense. Your breath changes as you change. Your breath is the key to life. There is no life without breath. As you breathe in and you breathe out, your thoughts change your biology in your body. Inhale deeply. Giving thanks for the signals that the breath sends to the rest of the body that says everything is okay despite the minor aches and pains you may have in your body. Your reaction determines your body chemistry. They can make disease in the organs. That is why it is crucial that you begin your day breathing, thinking positive thoughts and sending positive thoughts not only to the outside world, but more specifically the inside world. Because we do not want disease in our organs, and we can add breath and life to circumvent that and to strengthen the immune system. Every thought influences reactions in your bodies. So what do we want? Toxic thoughts or healing thoughts? Yes, we want healing thoughts. Inhale deeply. As we inhale, feeling the energy from the top of the head as it flows down to the forehead, eyes, eye sockets, cheeks, nose, lips, chin, and the ears. Inhale deeply. We give thanks as the energy continues to flow down through the neck and the shoulders. And you should feel those shoulders and the chest move as you are breathing deeply. If you are not feeling your chest inhale, you are not taking a deep enough breath. Inhale deeply and hold it as the air breath continues to flow down through the chest, the stomach, sides, and the back, spine. As the energy continues to flow through the buttocks, the hips, the thighs, and the knees, and the legs. Inhale deeply. We give thanks for the breath that continues to flow down through the legs, the ankles, the arches, the heels, the instep, the top and the bottom of the feet, and the toes. Oh, yes, feel free to wiggle those toes. Keep that energy moving. As that energy moves back up from the toes to the ball of the foot, to the top and the bottom of the feet, and the arch and the instep and the ankles. Ah, yes, we give thanks that the energy is flowing and it is moving in the right direction. Back up through the ankles and the shins, the legs, the knees. Oh, yes, those glorious knees that keep us moving and flexible. As we continue to breathe in and breathe out, we give thanks for the thighs, the gluteus maximus, the buttocks, the hips, the spine, the spinal column, the energy, and the fluids that move up and down our spines, keeping us, our bodies in alignment. We give thanks. As we inhale and exhale, we give thanks for the energy that continues to move up through the stomach, the intestines, the liver, the lung, the heart, the soul, and the spirit. We give thanks for this quiet time because it may be the only time of the day that we get alone to ourselves, because people, places, and things and situations and circumstances will always be there. But we give thanks for this energy right here, right now, as it continues to move up through the chest, the neck, the earlobes, the ears, behind the head, the complete face, going back up to the top of the head. From the tip of our head to the tip of our toes, we have just given our bodies the signal that we are armed and ready to handle anything that comes our way today. Inhale deeply and exhale. And as you exhale, bring your head forward, chin to chest. Rotate your head to the left as far as you can, slowly, slowly, slowly. And slowly bringing your head around to the back. Slowly, you're moving too fast. Slow down, still breathing. Bring the head around to the right. And slowly, slowly, slowly bringing it around to the front. Chin to chest. Reversing your head, turning it to the right. Not turning, but moving in the muscles and the ligaments and the tail. You're sitting up straight, bringing that head around to the left. Swing it around to the front. Chin to chest. Head up. Straight ahead, eyes are still closed. Turning your head to the left as far as you can, feeling a stretch on the right side of your neck. Bringing your head back to center. Turning your head to the right as far as you can, feeling the stretch in the left side of your neck. And bringing your head back to center. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Inhale deeply. I am. Inhale deeply. I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole and complete. One more time. I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole and complete. And why do we say I am? Because I am are two of the most powerful words on the planet. Whatever you say after the words I am, that is what you are. That is what you become. That will be your experience. I am grateful. I am most grateful. I am as grateful as I can be because whatever you have, blessed with food, but at least you have it in this moment, right here, right now. As I give thanks, I breathe in, I hold it, and I breathe out. And as you open your eyes, give thanks for the gift of sight, knowing that someone somewhere does not have sight, or their sight may be limited. Someone couldn't do this breathing exercise because they may have had a trachea or some type of operation in their throat, or they can't breathe. My best girlfriend of 50 years, her husband is in the hospital this morning because he can't swallow. So give thanks for the gift of breath and the fact that you can even swallow. Because chances are, if you can't swallow, you can't eat. Not a good thing. Even though it appears to be detrimental, you know God makes no mistakes. So let us give thanks that we can breathe, we have breath. And that during the course of the day, when someone gets on your last nerves, they come into your space and want to wreck your world, you simply start breathing on them. You don't have to do it for 5 minutes or even a minute. Just start breathing 10, 5, 10, 20, 30 seconds. And hopefully, if you have a little garlic, ginger, or onion on your breath, keep plenty of it in your pocket, put it in your mouth, chew it, help your heart too, among other things. And start breathing. And breathe through your mouth this time. So they can smell that garlic and ginger and onion. Chances are they will bag right on them. So, ooh, Lord have mercy, to smell that child's breath. Yeah, but it got them off of you. And that's my whole point. Your breath is your first line of defense. So use it when you need it. Okay? And I would love to hear your comments this morning on what you think about our breathing exercise, our breathing techniques that will help you in your endeavors during the day. 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak. And it is 7:30. When we come back, we will have our guest online, and that will be Lionel Abdul Haaque of Community Cultivation discussing world affairs. And we invite you to call in and do and share your comments. So stay close after these important messages.
In the next 50 years. 50 years from now, the earth will be populated by a new generation of adults, many of whom are yet unborn. Our mission is to nurture them in childhood with love, guidance, and protection, and to raise them in healthy, happy families. If we impart values of compassion, generosity, and respect for fellow human beings in the next generation of children, they will create a world where people can live in peace. This is our goal. Be a part of the transformation. Get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. Go to www.naimalatif.com. Do you want to live in a world without war? Join our global peace movement. Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light transcends culture, religion, ideology, and other boundaries to achieve peaceful harmony in the global society. HWPL is committed to bringing world peace and cessation war through peaceful dialogue between religious groups. I am Director Shin-Soo Kim of the HWPL Chicago branch of North America. Join us for our next gathering. Call and be a part of the movement for world peace. Email us at chicagohwpl@gmail.com. We all say we would like to be wealthy. Wealth isn't determined by how much money you have. Wealth is determined by your power to define what money is. The dictionary defines money as something used as a way to pay for goods and services and to pay people for their work. So how would you like to have access to an unlimited source of money? Money that is not taxed by the government. Money that increases as you share the opportunity with others. Money that you can use to pay for goods and services and pay people for their work. I'm talking about Bitcoin. It's the future of independent wealth building. Bitcoin is the new money that you control. Get started building your wealth. Call 312-849-3456. That's 312-849-3456. You are tuned in to the Soulful Chicago Fair 2020 Vision Fundraising Campaign. That's right. You can support the vision of reviving Black literary excellence in the city by simply taking your $20 or more and donating on our website. Visit www.soulfulchicagobookfair.com and click the Donate tab on the homepage. Or give us a call at 646-359-6605, and we welcome you, helping us breathe literary life into the South Side of Chicago.
Grand Rising, and welcome back to the Female Solution Monday morning mindfulness to start your week off with the mindfulness stress relief session. Hope you enjoyed the morning meditation. Please let us know when you call in at 515-605-9325. Remember to press 1 to speak. If you don't press 1, I can't open your mic because I can't see your little button. So you gotta press 1 to speak. But if you're listening online or watching online on our YouTube channel, the channel is Higher Learning Network TV show channel. Yes, it's a channel. Higher Learning Network TV show channel. And on Facebook, we are live. Darius and Michael, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And Vivian and Ricky, thank you so much. Remember, you gotta raise your hand. You gotta press 1 so I'll know that you want to speak. And today's traffic is sponsored by Karen Kelly of itext.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. And just for you, there's a $100 iText bonus, new member bonus. Sign up for businesses and entrepreneurs that join online, but you must use the promo code Zelda, Zelda. Cool and clear today. Lots of sunshine. Average about 76 degrees. High in the 70s. A little bit cooler by the lake, or like in the 60s. But at least it's not snowing and it's not raining, so it's a good day, right? There are some isolated storms headed out tomorrow. It looks like it do it today, but who knows? This is Chicago. The weather just hang in there. It'll change on you in 5 minutes. Storms are headed our way Tuesday and Wednesdays, but let's just enjoy today because tomorrow's not promised, okay? You don't need any rain gear, that's for sure. As we take a look at the Metro, the Milwaukee line, the number 2108, has been canceled at Grays Lake due to problems on the track. And there are extra trains that are going to be made available at the BSNF. And on the Blue Line, there are serious delays. There's some police activity out at O'Hare. So expect delays if you're headed to the airport this morning. Say your prayers before you go. Northwest Indiana, I-94 at the Borman-Kingery Drive. There is some delays that are being cleared up, but expect delays if you're traveling on that area. As we take a look at your major expressways inbound on the Kennedy, it is 44 minutes. It's up to an hour and 15 minutes on the outbound traffic. It's Monday morning madness as usual. On the Edens inbound, it is 30 minutes, 27 minutes on the reverse. On the IM Eisenhower is 33 minutes inbound, slow for Mannheim in, and 30 minutes on the reverse. As we take a look at the Dan Ryan, it is 29 minutes in and 26 minutes on the reverse. Also, there's a disabled semi tractor trailer truck blocking the 87th Street entrance. So either you need to go to 79th, is it, or 76, one of them, because there will be delays. As we take a look at the Stevenson, it is 30 minutes inbound, 15 on the reverse. On the Bishop Ford, it is 19 minutes inbound and 15 on the reverse. And Lakeshore Drive, 15 minutes in both directions. Traffic and weather is sponsored by Karen Kelly of hightex.com. Stop paying cash for your business and personal needs. Use barter dollars instead. And there's a $100 new member bonus sign up for businesses and entrepreneurs that join online. You must use the promo code ZELDA, ZELDA, in order to get that $100 to go directly to your account so that you can begin shopping immediately. And you can shop for personal things, or you can shop for business. It's designed for business owners. You can get stationery, business cards. You can travel. We've been to Vegas, Miami. We're looking for a cruise now. So it's nice to have that and not have to use your own money. So go to zeldaspeaks.com and you will see more information there. I'm sorry, itex.com. And look around. You'll see what's available and see if you can benefit from that. And if you want to learn how to make money on Amazon, it's fundraising for nonprofits as well as for-profits. Go to zeldaspeaks.com and click on training. This is one of the ways, as the marketing director for the Higher Learning Network, in which I produce that TV show with the team, in which I would love to welcome this morning. We have Clifford Bradley, Chuck Fowler, and Tracy Cobb. Welcome to the team. They are now part of the Higher, who will be starting today. So we've got some fantastic shows coming up, as well as a documentary that is finally being completed. It is the homeless documentary that I have been working on since February with my chief editor, Amadilo Kuzan, who is a phenomenal editor. And I am learning so many things from him in the editing process, because he just, he's been doing this 20 years. I've been hosting most of my time, and I just started editing, I think, I started editing at the same time, but he's just more advanced. He's been out there longer than I have. So thank you, Amadilo Kuzan, and all of our new team members here at the Higher Learning Network TV show: Chuck Fowler, Tracy Cobb, and Clifford Bradley. And Clifford Bradley is the producer of a show called The Underground Railroad on Channel 19. It's on Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19, and 24/7 on the World Wide Web. And it is now time for us to bring to your attention a young man of the community who has been a member of the community and been doing wonderful things in the community for years. You may or may not know about him, but let me tell you, his name is Lionel Abdul Haaque of Community Cultivations, who joins us as we discuss world affairs in the context of war and the consequences, the role of leadership in war and conflict, and the responsibility we have to hold leaders responsible, including but not limited to the possibility of war and the role that we play. So join the conversation. If you'd like to tune in, 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Brother Lionel Abdul Haaque of Community Cultivations. Good morning, Lionel. Grand Rising, and thank you for joining us this morning. We so appreciate your being here with us this morning.
Instead of hello, and I also want to greet the Muslim community. It is end of Ramadan with the greeting of Eid Mubarak, which means blessed Eid. The celebration is going on this morning, Eid prayer. And I think it's a good thing that Muslims continue to be prayerful and mindful despite all the terrible things that are going on in the world, in the Muslim world. As we talk about the situation with war and conflict and our responsibility to hold our leaders accountable, I'd like to ask you to indulge me for a moment. I'd like to play a piece of music that I think will help to get us started and set the tone that I think would be very helpful in the context of this presentation today. If you will indulge me, this is the piece I want to play right now.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. That was Sarah Vaughan.
Oh, wow.
She's singing the Lord's Prayer.
Okay.
And,
Shazam.
well, everybody's belief, but hearing her sing it is, so it's about our recognition of, as you said, being grateful and being thankful to our Creator. And that's the way to start the day. That's the way to start off life, and to be constantly, consistently mindful that we're being misled, bamboozled, led astray from the ideals that are.
Oh my goodness. Did he just get disconnected? I think. Okay, not quite sure what happened there. Let me open up another window. We are having some challenges this morning here on blogtalkradio.com, the female solution. Monday morning mindfulness. You know, the energy. Let me go back here to studio. That forces are busy. Lionel, are you there? I can hear you through my phone. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. What happened?
Have no idea. I pulled up another window trying to see what's going on here, but we can hear you. Go ahead, finish. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was just saying that the Lord's Prayer, did you hear that?
Yeah, yes. It was a bit choppy, but we heard it.
Okay. Yeah, it's coming from, I guess the transmission over the phone. But
Mm-hmm.
the idea is that we have to be conscious of our relationship with our Father, our Creator, our Father, not any one individual's Father, but the idea that all of us are capable or equally open to be classified and treated as children of the Most High. Not just the black people, not just the white people, but all human beings. If we conform to our human dimension, which is to be humble and to be servants, we can grow, become to higher and higher levels of consciousness, and that this life is about that, about just having fun. It's not just about taking risk and gambling with our lives. We're talking about the Memorial Day observance and the Father's Day observance. And Father's Day and Memorial Day recognizing those who've given their lives, their limbs in service to their country in fighting these conflicts and wars. But we also have a responsibility to hold our leaders accountable, not to just along with the program, and let them lead us into things that we shouldn't be in. And we haven't been doing that. We have most of the problems in the world, most of the wars and conflicts in the world, most of the suffering that's come as a result of that has been because we have not been on our job of accountable. And, like I said, I don't like to talk about my personal situation,
Mm-hmm.
but my situation is one that ties very much into that. In fact, when I started experiencing a problem, like relationship with the Muslim Muhammad, who took over after the passing of his father, the Nation of Islam's leader, Elijah Muhammad. It was like I had died and gone to heaven when I first came here to Chicago, because there was an event being held where people who had been selling 300 to 500 newspapers a week were being honored by Imam Muhammad. And I came to be a part of that celebration because I knew a lot of those guys. When they would come to St. Louis, I would show them around and show them some of the best places to sell papers. And so I wanted to be a part of that. And when I got here, a lot of those guys recognized me in the audience. And during the break and intermission, they came out into the audience and actually embraced me. And,
Oh, wow.
Expressed their thanks for how I had helped each of them individually at different times when they came from Philadelphia, New York, Atlanta, Florida, cater, and they decided they wanted to take me with them. There was a big dinner at Salam Restaurant. They were honored everywhere they went. And so they honored me. And it was like one of the greatest days of my life. And I moved to Chicago. One of the people who was here, living here in Chicago, in East Chicago, actually, had a house that he invited some of the brothers to come and stay at his house rather than stay in a hotel or something.
Awesome.
And I was one of those who was blessed to get that opportunity, and we spent that whole weekend sharing and staying up all night almost, reflecting on different things. So I went back to St. Louis and brought my stuff and came back to Chicago. The brother got me a job in a steel mill.
Wow.
And I started to work here in Chicago and in the community here with Imam Muhammad. And within 2 years, I was married and appointed to be his assistant as a result of me being a part of series of meetings. He was impressed with the way I responded to certain questions I made. Be his assistant. That came as because I didn't have any idea he did it publicly. So I continued to work. I was appointed the director of Human Services Department and was also asked to work with developing Muslim-Christian relations, improving Muslim-Christian relations. And we formed an organization with a number of schools here in Chicago, the Lutheran School of Theology, the Catholic Theological Union, and a number of others where we would actually invite students to come and visit the mosque, the masjid. And we would go to visit their church. And we formed an organization called that Muslim-Christian Relations for Improved Muslim-Christian Relations. But to make a long story short, there was a situation that occurred later where I was accused of being some kind of to override his leadership or something like that. It was totally false. I had no idea that there was anything like that was going on. And I was publicly humiliated without any prior notice. I was charged in the meeting, an open meeting, with being a part of this, and had to leave the meeting. I asked for an opportunity to meet with him afterwards to discuss it, and but he said he'd get back with me, and we ended up having a meeting a couple of days later. But on my way out, people were looking at me with contempt and hatred and making all kinds of threats against me.
Wow.
And turned out to be a total misunderstanding. There was some guy from Texas who was later identified as somebody who had mental problems. Had come and made these accusations, and people had ushered him to the imam, and he responded to it in that way. And my relationship went into decline with the community. Got very little support for my activities, and even though it was turned out that there was total fabrication and it was totally unjust, my situation was never the same. And I continued to endure it for a while, but after a while, I just left and started my own thing, started doing my own thing. Community cultivations actually started afterwards. And My point is that this actually was this was back in the 80s. And since then, I was physically attacked by some people in St. Louis, my hometown, based upon more false accusations of me supposedly saying some bad things about Imam Muhammad. And, I came when the ambulance came here, came up behind me, hit me in the head with a stick.
Ooh.
And the ambulance said that if it had been a quarter of an inch further to the right, it would have hit an artery and I would have bled to death.
Oh my goodness.
But and when I went to the masjid to make this known to people, I was ushered out of the masjid because it was told it was a personal issue and that it didn't have anything to do with the mosque. And I was ushered out for trying to bring this issue to public attention. And so I was, there was people who wanted to join with me and go down there and attack these brothers who would attack me, but I chose not to do that. The idea of, shedding Muslims, killing Muslims, or attacking Muslims was something that didn't appeal to me. I thought it would be best to handle it from an administrative perspective, with a hearing, a trial, or whatever, and that it be a community condemnation as opposed to an individual retaliation. And that never happened. It hasn't happened to this day. And the people who were involved in that situation have actually been elevated to positions of prominence and respect in the community, whereas I've been virtually cast aside. And I'll continue to persevere and continue to do the work that I believe is my calling to do. And but the point is that the idea of leadership being held accountable is one that's very, very personal for me, and that the community have a responsibility to do that. And where we fail to do that, all kinds of problems can occur. And in the situation of 9/11, there's a lot of things that should have been done that would have saved a whole lot of deaths, murders, conflicts, misery. And it has been escalating ever since. And I think that we've gotten into a level of devastating heartbreak and conflict. 6 million people are refugees in Muslim countries now. We've got American soldiers who are committing suicide at a rate of almost 20 a day throughout the country, because I think they recognize that they've been misled too. And that it's hard for them to accept what they're doing in these countries as a result of what they thought was going on, and it turns out that was not the case. And I don't think that we as a country, as a people, a population, are doing our part. It's not enough to salute and to try to help these people when they come back, and we're not doing a very good job of that. But it would be better if we were to stand up and hold our leaders accountable to follow the law, to follow the what is right, and not lead us into these situations.
You are absolutely correct. I need you to hold that thought, Lionel. It's 8:05. We've got to take a commercial break, but we're going to come right back. And I want you to continue that thought. If you just tuned in, you're listening to The Female Solution with Lionel Abdul, Haaque of Community Cultivation, discussing world affairs. Stay close, and we'll be right back.
We all say we would like to be wealthy, but wealth isn't determined by how much money you have. Wealth is determined by your power to define what money is. The dictionary defines money as something used as a way to pay for goods and services and to pay people for their work. So how would you like to have access to an unlimited source of money? Money that is not taxed by the government. Money that increases as you share the opportunity with others. Money that you can use to pay for goods and services and pay people for their work. I'm talking about Bitcoin. It's the future of independent wealth building. Bitcoin is the new money that you control. Get started building your wealth. Call 312-849-3456. That's 312-849-3456. This is Minister Cynthia Marie Williams, spiritual counselor and advisor. I invite you to a private reading in the areas of business, health, finances, relationships for introductory cost of $20. Please call because there is a higher power that can help me help you. 312-802-4743. Peace and blessings to you all. Call me. 312-802-4743.
Hi, this is John Alexander.
And I'm Naima Latif. Meet people like you who are making a positive difference in the world. Watch us every day on The Media Connection at www.youtube.com/The Media Connection TV.
YouTube it. We'll see you soon.
There are people who choose to make a positive difference in the world. Our job is to bring you their story, to motivate you to do the same. Join us each week, host John Alexander and Naima Latif, as we bring you the educators, entertainers, elected officials, religious leaders, and community activists whose works are transforming this world. Find out how you can make a difference too. Be inspired. Watch The Media Connection. Mondays at 5 p.m. and Tuesdays at 12 noon on cable TV channel 19 in Chicago. In other cities, check your local cable listing. Hi, this is Maika, and I want you to join me every Thursday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And let's talk about it. There are so many interesting things to talk about. And we have many thought-provoking discussions. We have amazing guests on the show, and you'll find real transparency, a really peaceful environment, also a healing environment as we do EFT and other healing modalities to bring ourselves into congruence and balance. It's also a child-friendly environment. And we have an open mic. All you have to do is press real truth and listen to past discussions that are intriguing. Call 505-615-9325. Invite a friend and listen in, and I'll see you then on Blog Talk Radio. Let's talk about it with Maika every Thursday. Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Delta Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness session on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Monday, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit DeltaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Delta Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered. Stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with Delta Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
And thank you for joining us back here on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. Start your week off with the Mindfulness Stress Relief Session. Today we are discussing world affairs and in the context of war and the role we play with a very special monthly commentator, Mr. Brother Lionel Abdul Haaque of Community Cultivations, who was sharing with us some experiences that he has had with leaders of the Islamic community. And Lionel, I applaud you for sharing that information, because at this point it looks like that you were pretty much attacked as the same way our brother Malcolm X was attacked and talked about and shamed in public. And no one wants to go through that. Go ahead.
It's a painful thing. When I look at the movie that Spike Lee did, there was a particular scene where the character played by Denzel was riding to the Audubon Theater by himself in the car, and there was just silence, and he was on the way, and it was almost as if he knew that there was going to be, it was a lonely situation. To give to devote your life to something, to give your life and make a lot of sacrifices and help, and to rise through the ranks, as they say, from a regular foot soldier to the level that he had risen to, and then to have people spread rumors and gossip and lies about you to the point where it affects your ability to do that work, and eventually causes you to be rejected, despite all your years and years of work for the community. All of that is just thrown aside, cast aside for political reasons. People trying to jockey for positions. Also, people, infiltrators in the community don't want to see that organization grow or be successful. They send people in to do that kind of thing. And so I can relate to Brother Malik Shabazz, so-called Malcolm X. I don't call him Malcolm X. Because he changed his name. And that was, I respect the change that he made. And I think it's important for us to get real and to recognize that our role as citizens in America and as members of any community is to stand up for what's right, to speak out, to have systems set up, and this is, the jury system, the system of actually defend yourself in court before judges and the jury of your peers. These are things that have been a part of this country for a long time. In fact, as a matter of fact, it was the Islamic community under the Prophet Muhammad that initially established that 1,400 years ago. And it is definitely a part of the Muslim way of life. It's supposed to be standard behavior, standard policy, that people cannot be charged, cannot be publicly humiliated without accountability, without an opportunity to be heard. And that has not happened in my case, and in probably a lot of other people's cases, because that's not going on. And it should be. The situation with 9/11, the situation with the war in Iraq, the situation with Libya, and other situations. All these situations have grave consequences as a result of the people not holding their leaders, not following protocol, not following standard operating procedures that are there to safeguard our communities from making these kinds of mistakes. And, I think if we're going to do anything in the name of Memorial Day and Father's Day, you shouldn't be having a picnic and a celebration or exchanging gifts. You should be taking the responsibility to right and to hold people accountable.
And once we elect them into office, we think that our responsibility is over with, when in all actuality, it is just beginning. Because just like our new mayor, Lori Lightfoot, okay, she's in the office now, and we sit back and wait to see what she does. But we've also got to stay in the mix of things, and just to be sure, because we all know on campaign trails that things are always promised that are never fulfilled. So you are right on target, because as a community, it is our responsibility, because we are our brother's keeper. And if we don't step up and do what we need to do, then we cannot expect anyone else to do anything for us. If you just joined us online, you're listening to Brother Lionel Abdul Haaque as we discuss world affairs and the roles that we play in them. If you'd like to join the conversation, please feel free to do so at 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak. And if you're on Facebook, Grand Rising, thank you for joining us. Good morning. Arthur Simmons, who is from my days back at Gospel Radio 1390. Haven't heard that name in a long time. So thank you. And if I don't repeat your name, forgive me. There's a wealth of names, but let us go to the phone lines at area code 31282. We're opening up your mic, Grand Rising. Thank you for joining us. What's your name and where you're calling from? Walaikum salam. Minister Cynthia.
Yes, I'm listening to them. And being here in Chicago as a moment like this, I remember looking at the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and how beautiful everybody looked. I mean, they just sparkled. And even the brothers who were selling the newspaper. And I had an opportunity to be a part of the Nation of Islam, and ended up at Salama, over the 83rd Cottage, sitting between two prominent, strong brothers, Doc Robinson and Howard Sappho, and former African American. Told me if you've been, it's been greatly thank. But the thing about it, brothers, I love the story, the history, and I'm sorry, and I say that just the fact that you had to go through what you went through. Now, my former producer just made a transition. He was a photojournalist for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he's a great man, and all of you guys have been. But what really kind of disturbs me, and that's the experiences I didn't join at that time, and that was during Muhammad Ali, and I saw his wife was people at time when I was there. But the reason why I didn't join, because as a spiritual person, I just couldn't get into hating white man being the devil. I'm a very political person. I work with New Palmer and do some things with Seabuck and Bippo. So I had a conscience for the community. And as a woman, I did as much as I could to support that, politically. W. Registrar and all that stuff. He was a great man that we forgot about. But for your story, what really bothers me, you were looking at the movie, and I worked downtown with the white man. Let me tell you, I worked downtown. They whitewash the fact that we black girls were downtown. They think like those white girls were down there forever. But in the 70s, they hired all of us, beautiful, strong, intelligent black women. We were downtown working with those white boys, suit and ties during the 50s, late 50s and 70s. And what I used to wonder about, and I look at the Black Panther, very aware. And the thing was, when I left Wendell Phillips, there was a Black Panther office right across the street from Wendell Phillips High School. And the only reason why I didn't walk over there was I had to go to get a degree, college. But later on in my life, I listened and I looked and I observed, and there seemed to be an element in the brothers working in both organizations that thought that black men loved and cared about each other. I was really surprised that the issue of, let me say this, the mother, the wisdom of the mother, to balance off the intensity of the brothers kind of disturbed me. Now here I am, black girl, working in the masters, in the home, I'm at the house. And I'm looking at how these white boys do what they do, even before they got rid of me. But my boss used to be called, I used to call Washington when I was in secretary. And he was Ukrainian. And he would bring Mr. Payne in every day, call him all kind of names, MSSOB. And these two other white boys in the office would be in there, I guess, and they cowering down. But I testified against my boss, and I didn't care nothing about that. That's what I'm talking about. I know that there are women and men who have been unsung heroes and heroines trying to work in the community to be supportive. And I being a part of that, I didn't care nothing about. I was going to lose my job or nothing, but I couldn't stand every morning. He just ignored me. I'm a young girl, playful. He just ignored me, and he called at me, and then every day called him an NFOB, all of the words. And I testified against him, and Charlie won his case. But Vernon Jerry was here in Chicago with his show. He's the one that got so popular behind that case where he wrote about it in the newspaper. And I asked you years later, Mr. Jerry, I saw him at the airport with my husband. And I said, Mr. Jerry, how come you never said nothing to me? He would walk right past me. He said, Charlie wanted to protect you. And I couldn't quite understand it. Then I realized that being a single woman with a child at that time, that they would have told me up and they would have harassed me. So I understand what you're saying. We have to do in all that you've been through. But the courage that we need to have and the bonding that we need to have for each other. I watch the white boys. They go and they meet, they don't say nothing. They make their plans in secret and go about their business. And when they did this to the black stone races, and unfortunately, there was no winning wisdom for these young black men to understand how to look out for themselves. We are a community of male and female, and back in the day, you had the big mamas. You had the women that had the experience. I used to hurt. I said, why is it that these white men hate on me? Because I got a job down here with the white men. That's the bad Trump. Why don't we come together and work to build a community and just keep our mouth shut? But there was too much being told on the outside, too much of infiltration in these organizations. But the white man knew how to do that. Now, I'm a black woman looking at him, and I could have shared so much as I want, but I was being hated on. We need to stop thinking of the desired comfort principles that they always can. Control us by dividing and conquering us by taking people, making them informant, and we people enough, we allow that to happen. Therefore, it was brilliant. All that, everything. And you, brother, I admire you. Your strength and your support and all that you still feel today. That's changing. I heard changing.
Amen.
You don't talk about we need to have something to build of the first thing. And that whole thing with 9/11, it happened. But that was something that was allowed to happen. I ain't going into too much deep stuff on it. But I pay attention. I pay attention. Because I grew up with them white boys.
Okay.
Working in their offices, paying attention to them.
Okay. Thank you so very much for sharing that, Minister Cynthia.
Brother helped me to understand more of the strength of how you as black men try to work to deal with the community and raise it up. I admire you for your strength, and I love you because I know that you guys really care. So peace and blessings to you, my brother.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Minister Cynthia. Greatly appreciate that. If you want to respond to that before we take another call, Lionel.
Oh no, she said a lot, and I appreciate her experience, her words, and they're very comforting to me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Minister Cynthia, also a host here on The Female Solution, who is just a wealth of information. She's one of the elders. She's been around. She knows things that millennials don't even have a clue about. And some things I didn't have a clue about too. So thank you, Minister Cynthia. We greatly appreciate you as we go to the phone lines. Let's take another call. Area code 773-977. Welcome to The Female Solution. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
2 minutes because you can never allow me to talk that long. But however, this is Lois here in Chicago, and I'm just enjoying this today. But I just want to say to our guest today, God is with you no matter what. And I can recall having but volunteered for a candidate, Lou Palmer, and worked my little tail off trying to get him in office. And so one day, my car was stolen. I just purchased the car. The next day, it was stolen. They found it at the other car, nothing in it but Lou Palmer's picture. So, Dr. King was attacked with, just walking down the street trying to help somebody. David, you were David in the Lion Den, and you didn't know it. But I'm surprised to hear that particular denomination would even go that far, and as you said, without any type of administrative or evidentiary hearing. I'm really surprised here, but I'm really not surprised because all of the churches, there's some type of trauma going on.
Mm-hmm.
So when God is with you, as you said, had it gone in a certain area, you wouldn't even be here talking about it. So you've already been that. You've already been that David, and you've been in that lion den, and so that's what God tells you to do. That's it. He's the one who's brought you this far, and I thank you. I thank you for all your efforts. But I too have gone over to your office, and along with 2 other young ladies, we tried to get involved because we heard you some time ago when we got there to this beautiful place. You were nowhere to be found. We left our information. We never received any phone call. So you see, I feel that Satan was after you all along in what you were doing, and this attack. And I'd like to know exactly why did this faith attack you? What happened for you to be attacked in that manner? Because most people put them out the church or something like that, or this one lady, she was in love with the pastor, and she told the pastor, hey, she don't love you, I love you more than she loved his wife. Okay, she told him that his wife didn't love him, she loved him. And so eventually, the pastor had 3 of the deacons to pick Martha up and just take her out of the church, carried her like a little monkey.
Wow.
Right out of the church. So, but these people decided to attack you. I'd like to know exactly why and who did it. And even if you file a lawsuit, against a not-for-profit organization, you're not going too far with it. But I'd file a lawsuit against everybody who put their hands on me if I was you. And that's all I have to say for today. God bless you all. This is Lois here in Chicago, Illinois.
Thank you for calling, Lois.
Continue God's will. Take care.
Thank you, Lois. Thank you so much for your call. Thank you. We appreciate that. Go ahead, Lionel.
Well, yeah. The reasons behind it, like I said, I would just rather than just just trying to dispute the issue on the air, I would still like to have some kind of hearing about it, some kind of official hearing, and so that the issue can be cleared up in a manner that would be, judiciary or supervised, not just putting words out there, not just my statements, but facts. Just things that are handled in a way that can be verified and testimony can be given pro and con. I'm not here to make any try to adjudicate anything over the air. My position is that all of our communities need to have means by which such issues can be resolved officially through some kind of administrative procedures that are fair and just. And not failure to do that is a problem. It's not just an issue of me personally. This is something that we need to hold our leaders accountable for and make sure that these kind of things don't continue to happen without any kind of justification.
And that is the way to do it, because we have been taught to sue for the damages that have been done to us, and some of us just choose to do otherwise. So we thank you for that comment, Sister Lois. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you too, Brother Lionel Abdul Haaque of Community Cultivations. But you stay close. We've got more great messages coming your way, and we'll be right back after this break.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif. Join me and my co-host Kareem Hamid every Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the Female Solution Radio Show, as we explore that relationship that is the foundation for our society, the relationship between men and women, husbands and wives. Join our discussion as we seek to repair broken family ties and rebuild our community. Listen online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in and comment 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak to our host, or you can join us live on Facebook at www.facebook.com/the-female-solution. This is Minister Cynthia Marie Williams, spiritual counselor and advisor. I invite you to a private reading in the areas of business, health, finances, relationships, for introductory cost of $20. Please call, because there is a higher power that can help me help you. 312-802-4743. Peace and blessings to you all. Call me, 312-802-4743.
Oh man, God sent the monthly sun bill today. This sunlight is really expensive, especially during this season. I'll probably have to work overtime to pay it.
Well, you better pay it on time. We don't want the sun to go out and we're sitting up here all day in the dark. Wouldn't it be terrible if God charged us for sunlight? Well, the light and his free. So why are we paying such high bills for the energy we use in our homes? Because we don't know how to use solar energy, the free energy from the sun. You can convert your regular home to a solar energy home and save tremendously on your electric bill. Take a look at your electric bill. Would you like to reduce or possibly even eliminate that cost altogether? Let one of our solar consultants show you how. 1-2-849-3456 and schedule a free consultation. That's 312-849-3456. Hi, this is Beata, your holistic life coach. Every Friday morning, I'm on the Female Solution. I'm also blogging live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Soul Purpose Healing, where I help back into alignment with the Creator's love, compassion, and wisdom. I 383-5863 or go to www.blog Talk Radio and reduce the stress in their lives with EFT, essential oils, and cost-saving health plans like AmeriPlan. AmeriPlan is a better way to save money on your healthcare expenses. There is more information on how to contact me at www. Worry about finance, family, health, job, relationships? Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answered yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down-to-earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul. Whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, reverse type 2 diabetes, publish a book, promote a solution, and get free shipping. That's zeldaspeaks.com or 312-409-6619.
And thank you for joining us back here on the Female Solution. Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness, starting your week off with the Mindfulness Stress Relief Session. If you enjoyed the session this morning, please let us know when you call in at 515-605-9325. Remember to press 1 to speak. If you don't press 1, I can't see the switchboard. Your number won't light up, and then I don't know you want to speak, so you got to press 1. Happy Earth Day, Born Day, if today is your day of birth. We say Happy Earth Day, Born Day, because you were born this day. You didn't give birth. You were given birth too. So Happy Earth Day, Born Day. And speaking of celebration of life, we are celebrating the memory, the life, and the love of one of our own, our sister of the spirit, who is now with us in the celestial atmosphere, teaching and gardening and doing whatever else she's so pleased to do. That is our sister of the microphone, beloved, Betty Smith. Many of you know her as Betty Smith, and we will be doing a live celebration this coming Saturday morning, from 12 noon until 4 p.m. at the Chicago Medical Training Center. And I'll have that information, the exact address, before we close the show. So get your pen and paper out, and I'll share that information with you. And also, if you would like to comment, you really need to get there early in order to sign up, because Beloved had a tremendous amount of support for those that she helped in the community, and there will be lots of people there to share their expressions of love and joy. So, and we got to keep it to 2 minutes, because otherwise people will talk about 15 minutes, including myself, because I know I'm kind of long-winded, but bear with me. So thank you for preparing to put that on your calendar for Saturday. And also thank you to our new team members for the Higher Learning Network TV show. We welcome to the team Tracy Cobb, Chuck Fowler, and Clifford Bradley, who will be helping us work on the Higher Learning Network TV show, Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19. And Beloved's, the address for the location is the Chicago Medical Training Center, 7415 Southeast End. That's 7415 Southeast End. And that is on the east side of Chicago. Okay. So thank you, Naima Latif, our executive producer of the Female Solution, for sharing that information. And our guest today is Brother Lionel Abdul Haaque of Community Cultivations, discussing world affairs in the context of war and the consequences, as we go back to the phone lines at area code 910-734. You are live on the Female Solution, Grand Rising. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Arthur Simmons! Oh my goodness! How you doing, Arthur?
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for calling. When I saw you on Facebook, that's what I love about social media. You get a chance to hear from people that you have not heard from in years. I'm looking at this area code 910. I was like, okay, I don't remember ever seeing this call, but I'm glad you called in. Arthur was one of my regular callers when I was on the air at Clear Channel, which is now, I forgot, their iHeartRadio on Gospel Radio 1390. And Arthur would always come and call in and ask me to play his favorite song. Arthur, I forgive my memory. I don't even remember what the song was. That was what, 10, 12 years ago. I don't remember. Shirley Caesar. How could I forget? Oh, my Mew. Anything. Shirley Caesar. Anything. Well, what happened? You left Chicago. Well, we'll talk about that at another time. But I know this. Did this weather have anything to do with it?
No, you have to think that I thought that.
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that?
I come home. I've been sick. Then I'm coming back this way.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm so glad to hear that you are coming back this way. Thank you so much for calling this morning and sharing that with us. We send you peace and healing, my brother.
If the Lord says the same, I will be in Chicago in September.
Oh, you will? Okay. Well, you be sure and Okay. Yes. Be sure and contact me. Thank you so much for calling this morning. We greatly appreciate that.
You're more than welcome to this.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling, Arthur. Peace and health and love and more blessings to you. Thank you so much for calling as we go to the phone lines to take another call. Area code 773-426. You're live on the Female Solution, Grand Rising. What's your name? Where you calling from? You are breaking up. Who? Area code 773. That is a bad connection. Whoever you are, please hang up and call back because we cannot understand a word you are saying. Are you there? 773-426?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have your radio on or something?
Oh, you can?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
How you doing?
Wonderful. Thank you for calling. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Rabbi Michael Ben Yosef.
Oh, Rabbi Ben Yosef. Thank you so much for calling.
How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for the wonderful work that you share with the community, especially about, what is it now? What's the head count of all the Black women coming up missing in Chicago? Thank you so much for bringing that to our attention.
Yes, ma'am. And I have we're building a coalition right now, Freedom First International, run by Bishop Greg Greer, has joined me. But we're building a coalition in Chicago because of the issues they are ending. We did a major press conference last week that was televised on Channel 32, Channel 7, to Chicago City Hall. But what we did was we're giving the mayor of Chicago at least 7 days. This week is going to be a week to make a public announcement with regards to the women of color being missing. So we're going to be consistent when it comes to the issues that hurt our community. We have all the time when there's an officer that's being shot or has something injured or something of that nature. You see the mountain people. You see every agency rises to the occasion. But when it comes to the people of color, we seem to get the short end of the stick, or even not even a stick at all. So our job as the coalition is to hold this city accountable to ensure that people of color are getting their just due. We pay taxes here. We pay the salaries of police officers. So we expect what the old state so-called took, serve and protect. So we're not going to be sitting by on the sideline, allowing business as usual to go down to Chicago. We're going to stay on the forefront and demand that justice is done for people who are coming up and women and men, children are coming up in this fall to do. And one of the victims was found in a garbage street. Her body body parts are mutilated and taken out of her body. We know what's going on. There is a serial killer in Chicago. That's where we made the press conference to say that, make that point. We have the Superintendent Eddie Johnson, who are standing in the way, was literally standing in the way for these appropriations and investigations to go to fruition. He actually got on TV and said, statement-wise, that if there's any indication of women of color being missing and a serial killer is going to lose, that he's the first to know. He will be first one to voice that. Well, we know why he's not doing it, because he does not want his department to be exposed to the inequality that is his own record of not filing the appropriate documentation for investigation in our community. So we know why he's doing it. So we're demanding at this point, as part of our coalition mission, is to demand that their life fire Superintendent Eddie Johnson, because he is absolutely proving himself to be a politician. Proving himself to be a politician to just not stand with not to even consider meeting with us, hearing what our point of view is, looking to see the signs of how women are being found. They're found strangled. They're found body parts are missing. These are the signs that show that women of color are being targeted and by a serial killer in our city, and we're not going to stop until we get our justice. Families who are mourning and are hurting at this point in time in their lives, without question, without answer, without even having either a police report or even having some sort of justice. So we're not going to just sit back and allow a citizen to do business as usual in the city of Chicago.
Amen.
So we, University National, again, led by Bishop Greg Greer, he and I was at Chicago. We're actually going right now. I'm headed right there now. The whole Ed Burke economy. We're asking and support that their life was by him, or he must step down from his post because of the business as usual in the city council of having business practices to have their own political gain to reap the benefits on the back of the people of color and reap back to the people who would suffer. So we're consistent, and we're not going anywhere with these issues that are plaguing our community.
Amen.
That we have all this gun violence in our city. We're holding the city accountable for not providing programs in our community.
Amen.
You see a Riverwalk. It's been renovated.
Oh yeah.
Beautified.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the lifestyle of the richest family. But when you go into Chicago in the rural areas, you see nothing but border buildings, garbage on the street, businesses all looking crazy. You see nothing but despair. Nothing that looks even close to what you or any other person would have lived in that condition. And it's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy that you sit in the seat of those councils and the aldermen and just turn your back on these people who are living in conditions that's absolutely inhumane. So we're on fire right now. We got another press conference right now. We're going to make the case again until we get the result, and we're not going to go away to shower.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Rising to the occasion. When you see nothing but despair and heartache in the faces of these people, and I'm sick and tired of seeing these mothers grieving for the loss of their children.
Amen.
Whether it has to go to national news, whatever we need to do to get this city cooperating to do what we need to do, we're going to do that.
Thank you so very much. We greatly appreciate that. That's Michael, Rabbi Ben Yosef. Wow, that is powerful, because so like you said, Lionel, we have got to hold our leaders in this city accountable, because if we don't, we will see more of what we have been seeing, and that is not what we want to see. So we got to do something different. Let's take one more caller. Area code 312. 671. You are live on the air on the Female Solution Grand Rising. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Well, yeah, shalom. We don't die, we multiply like power forever. And assalamu alaikum.
Grand Rising.
This is Brother Minister Robert Floyd Plump.
We need Grand Rising, Brother Plump. We just need you to comment on today's comment with Brother Lionel Abdul Haaque, because we're short for time.
Yes, I would like to know where I'll be having the press conference and what time. And I want Brother Abdul to know that we, with the Harold Washington Foundation and Honey Jams Music Incorporation, will give them full support on petitions and also in acknowledgement of making the politicians, including our new mayor, Lori Lightfoot, all accountable for justice in the city of Chicago. Thank you very much for taking my call.
Oh, thank you so very much for calling in and sharing that information. We will post that information on our website, because I didn't exactly hear where the press conference was either, but the sound was a little bit choppy. But this is an awesome responsibility. It is our responsibility, because the numbers are growing for women in Chicago to come up missing, and you find them in body parts and garbages, and nobody's doing anything about it. Yeah, we need to do something about that. And that goes all back to everything that you were saying, Lionel, Brother Lionel, about us being accountable, not only for ourselves, but holding city officials accountable. What's the next step, Lionel? Brother Lionel Abdul Haaque, I know you're still with me. Let me see. Do I have your microphone open? No, I do not. You're live on the air, Lionel. I just opened up your microphone.
Okay, I just wanted to add that we spend so much time in sport and play. We're trying to distract or trying to escape reality through fun and play. Time into that and put more time into these issues. And the people who are making the money from the sporting events and the lounges and clubs need to get busy, need to get involved, put some of that money back into supporting these organizations and these movements to hold people accountable.
Yes.
These people who are making all these millions of dollars, ball players and so forth, they need to be out here too. They need to be taking some serious action. And if they're not going to do that, then we need to stop giving them all our money, escaping reality. We need to get serious. We need to be real. We need to recognize that these problems need the support of people who have resources. And if you're not going to do anything with those resources except stack it up, then we don't need to keep giving it to you. And we need to hold them accountable too. We need to make sure that the people who are making money in our communities are investing in our communities with that money.
Amen. I agree wholeheartedly, because if we don't hold them accountable, after all, we are making them rich, then what's the point? It doesn't make sense. Bo, back to the conference call. Rabbi Ben Yosef sent me a text saying the press conference is at City Hall today at 9:30 a.m., second floor. And for those who are listening, and I know Brother, I know his name just at the top of my head. Minister Plump. Yeah, Minister Plump. Thank you so much for calling in, Minister Plump. Press conference 9:30 a.m. today, City Hall, second floor. We got to hold them accountable, because we are the mothers of the earth. If we come up missing, the world is coming up missing, and we need to do something about it. So if you want to join in, please feel free to do so. We've got about a minute or two here for you to close out, Lionel. Thank you so much for giving us your closing thoughts for today.
Well, I think I want to thank you, Zelda. Shalom. What you have done and what you're doing and giving your commitment to public affairs and setting up these kinds of programs for people to at least have an opportunity to express themselves is a great blessing. We don't have enough of that, and it has been a blessing to me to have the opportunity to come on once a month to talk about these things and to share. And I really appreciate you, and I thank God. They teach you continually, and my prayers are with you and your family.
Thank you so much, and we sincerely appreciate that. Thank our executive producer, Naima Latif, for making this outlet available 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., giving the voice of a community, for the community, because the so-called regular media does not have our best interests at heart. So we thank you, and for your continued contribution, despite your being ridiculed and not taken serious in this arena, in this world in which we live. So thank you very much for joining us today, Brother Lionel Abdul Haaque of Community Cultivations. If someone wants to contact you, how would they do that, Lionel?
773-642-1453.
Thank you so much. We will see you back here in July, the first Monday of the month. We appreciate you, and we could not have done this show without you. And thank you for reminding us to keep it real and get it real and stay real. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings to you too, my brother. And thank you for our listening audience for joining in this morning, and our viewing audience on our YouTube channel, on the Higher Learning Network TV show channel, as well as Facebook.com, Zelda Speaks. Be sure and join us this Saturday. It's the big celebration of life for our sister of the microphone, B Love, aka Betty Smith. It is taking place at the Chicago Medical Training Center, 7415 Southeast End, from 12 until 4 p.m. If you want to give your thoughts on how B Love contributed to your life and the community, please get there early. That's Saturday, June 8th. 12 to 4, Chicago Medical Training Center, 7415 Southeast End. And the press conference today is at 9:30 a.m., second floor, City Hall, with Rabbi Ben Yosef. It's a brother who is fighting tirelessly for us women to keep us in the forefront, for those who are trying to silence our voices. Women are coming up dead in garbage boxes, garbage disposal bins in the community. That is out. We should be outrageous. So the question is, what are we going to do about it? It's time to get busy. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you here next week. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to more Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks on the TV show Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19. You can contact me during the week, 312-409-6619. And also you can email me, zelda@zeldaspeaks.com. And if you want a private session, go to zeldaspeaks.com. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, make it a great day. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And God bless you. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. I hope that you will do something to like and share this information that you've received today to make somebody else's day better, because we are all our own brothers and sisters keepers. Stay in the light. And thanks for watching. You make it a great day. Be sure and like and subscribe. We appreciate you. Peace and blessings. And thanks for watching.